Hi, I'm Dan. I'm going to give you a walkthrough for the motorhome. This is the motorhome, and we're just using a selfie stick and doing a brief walkthrough. So we open up. This is the stair that pulls out and opens like that. Okay. So this is the inside, and this is the bed up top. It flips around and makes it into a bed. There's a thing here that fits into these holes here and gives you protection there. Okay. The other bed is at the back. It's got a pull out. This is the slide out for the bed. There's a slide out right here. There's a couple of cardboards here to make up for the lip of the wood there. I just slide those over. This one comes like that. This one goes on the other side. This one goes in the end. And then there's one left over. There's some mattress protectors in the closet here. We ask that you just put them on the bed before you sleep. So this is the washroom here, and pretty standard. The toilet, to use it, it's got a flush and a rinse. This one will just put water in. This button will flush. It's got a shower, and the sink controls for the shower are right here. And there's toilet paper inside here. Use the toilet paper provided. It's special RV toilet paper that's good for the holding tank. The light switch is right here, good for that. And there's a fan up top here for just with a button that turns it on and off. Okay, so this is the microwave and the air conditioner work on 110 volt. The rest works on 12 volts. So if you're plugged in, you can use the air conditioner and the microwave. Otherwise, just use it doesn't work, and you have just the lights and the propane to run the motorhome. If you're not hooked up to city water, which means you don't have a hose at your campsite, you're going to use the pump to pump the water from the tank. So just turn this button, the water button, on, and it'll have a light saying the pump's on, and then the water will work. This is a tester, shows the levels of the tanks and the battery. You'll see that on my holding tank, the sensors are not always accurate. They get a little gummed up, and mine's showing it about 2/3 full when it's actually empty. I'll be changing the sensors, but you know, if it gets up to the F, then you know that it's really full and then it's time to dump it. The lights for the stove is here, and this is the stove. Stove runs on propane. Just flip it up and turn on the switches and keep the lighter over here. The stove runs on a pilot light, so you'd have to get underneath there and turn the pilot light, the knob to pilot here, and then go under and light it. Not many people use the oven when they're camping. So that's that. It has a smoke alarm and carbon monoxide tester up there, as well as down there is the propane detector. This is the fridge. It runs on electricity and propane and battery. But if you are plugged in, you want to, when you turn this on, you want to set the mode to AC. You can show AC there. If you're not plugged in and you're using propane, flip the mode to LP there. And I'm plugged in now, so I'm keeping it on AC. This temperature set, I usually set it to about 2 or 3, maybe about 3. I have a temperature gauge inside, so just check that you're the right temperature. Okay, just more. The cabinets all have these buttons on here to stop when you're driving. Just flip in the button to stop it from flipping out. The blinds here work on that. This one works on a Venetian blind. Just unhook it and bring it up and down and clamp it. That's Venetian blind, as well as the blind for here. The blinds for the back are roller blinds, and there's a control right here to pull it down and back up. There. Here's the sink, and just the standard sink here. And down here is the hot water tank. Just when you stop and you turn on your propane, flip the switch and you'll get hot water. So it's right there. Runs on propane. So once you stop, turn on the propane and flip that switch. Okay. At the front, there's a blind here that you just wrap around, and one on the other side. Just wrap it around and bring in the middle. There's even a clip, a little safety pin to tie it in the middle to give you privacy. Okay, that's about most of the inside. Here's the light switch for this is the inside lights. The first button turns on the inside light here. On switch. The rest of the lights work just manually. You come up to this light here, just turn it on manually, as well as the lights here. When you plug in, there's outlets. There's one underneath the seat here. There's one outlet right here, and there's another one. I'm not sure why, but there's a wire that comes out, dangles down here in case you need it at night, I guess. Okay. There's a storage compartment here, and there's, for the outside storage compartment, this little key opens everything except for the electrical panel box. I had to put a new one in, but the key didn't match, so it's the silver one for the electrical. But everything else is the gold key. And a good thing about these compartments, there's this little clip here that's very easy to hang on, clip on there. I've got a mat here, an outdoor. Where is it? An outdoor rug here that you can open up and put it down in front of the camper. So that's one compartment. There's another compartment right here for things. There's a tablecloth here for a picnic table, and here's where the jack is for if you needed tire change. But also remember, with Outdoorsy, you have 24/7 roadside protection. If you have any trouble or tire blow, give them a call and they can send someone to help you. One more compartment back here. The last owner left some leveling blocks here. I've never used them, but if you ever need them, they're there. Here's the spare tire. Here's the other side of the RV, and we'll start with here. This is the batteries. You don't really need to go in there. This is the intake for the water tank. If you want to fill up the tank in the motorhome, you fill it up here. Just straight hose just fits into there and there. And fill up the tank, and you'll look at the sensor inside and tell you when it's full. This is the other water inlet. If you're hooked up to water at the campsite with a hose, which I have a hose inside here to use for water, you hook it up onto this. You just screw it onto there, turn on the water, and then you have water inside. But when you do that, turn off, make sure the pump is off for the manual pump inside, because you don't need both. Here is the compartment for, sorry, all the movement around. Sorry if it's hard to watch the video. I'm moving around with a selfie stick. But here is inside. This has got the hose for the water. And it's got a pressure reduction. Make sure when you take it off that stays on the hose. There's just a few more tools inside here if you need it. And it's where we keep the water hose. This here is the propane tank. So just hang on. Sorry, moving around, but here's the propane tank, and this is the NOS. All you have to do is turn this one on and turn it off. That's all to turn on the propane. Okay, the hot water tank and the fridge. Stay away, it gets hot. This is outdoor shower if you need it. It just opens up and comes off. There's a hose that can pull out. Outdoor shower. There. Okay, this is the door for the power cord. It goes in here. It's got the special silver key, and I've got it plugged in right now, so it goes out here. It's a 30 amp wire and electrical. It's got a cover here, and it's got a plug in here for the electrical, but it doesn't have this. There's an adapter here that plugs into a regular cord. So that fits right. That goes back into there. Gas, just regular gas, 87 is fine, unleaded. Here's the for the sewer. It's right. It's got a gray water and a black water tank. Okay, I've set up the tripod here to show you the black water and gray water dumping. It's easier than moving the camera around with a selfie stick. So here's where the hose goes. It's right here. The cover is underneath here, just comes off, but I find it's too hard to see underneath, so I have this adapter I put on here. Yeah. So now you can see the opening. The hose goes on, clamps onto it. I have gloves in here if you need them, and even a box of gloves if you put them on. So once you have the end of the tank of the hose, put it into the hole at the dump station. Sometimes they have a lid that comes down that can hold it on to the top, and you just need to use it like this. Other times there'll be a hole with this doesn't have a lid or a rock, so I've got this adapter to put on. This goes in the ground, this fits on, and this hose, just kind of stick it on there, and then it goes into the ground. So it'll just go into the ground like that, and there, and the hose will fit onto it there. So once the hose is attached to the dump station, do the black water first. Pull this first knob out, let it drain. You'll know when it's done and all the water will drain. Push it back in, then pull this gray water for all your sink and other sinks water, and pull it out, and it'll flow. That'll clean out the hose. When you're finished dumping, take the top off. Take the water hose that's already hooked up, and just without touching it, spray the water down the hose to get it cleaned into the dump station. Okay, I'm here in the driving seat to show you some things about driving the motorhome. There's a backup camera. It's right here, and what you do is when you turn the power on, press this red button and the headlights, and it'll start up here and show you the camera from the back. Of course, the regular vents and air conditioning is here. It's just a standard drive, V10 motor, and got cruise control. And there's one feature about it, or one thing that happens I find when I'm driving it and I hit around between 70 and 80, I feel a little shudder as if it's kicked into overdrive too soon, like the transmission has gone too soon. So what I do, if I feel a little bit of a shake and a little struggling, I just press the overdrive button and it takes it away. And then after 80, turn it back on. But in between 70 and 80, I find maybe it's kicked into overdrive too soon and the motor struggles. I'll take it into the transmission shop later and see if they can do anything. But that's just to do, press that overdrive button and it feels like it smooths out. Otherwise, I usually cruise around 90, 100 kilometers an hour. And yeah, that's it. Nothing much else here for driving. It's pretty good. Okay, I probably didn't talk about the panel here. So this is the air conditioning. If you're plugged in, press that button, the air conditioning comes on. If it's cold, go the other way and turn the furnace on, right there, furnace. And of course, set the temperature here. Without air conditioning, you can just turn the fan on. If you're plugged into AC and it's going up top, as well as all the vents. And all right, that's it. That's the air conditioning. There's an inverter here, just behind the driver's seat here. There's an inverter that you can charge your phone. I keep the insurance papers right here. Got that. But also make sure you print out the outdoorsy insurance papers and the roadside assistance number to call. And that's that. And the fire extinguisher is down here, of course. Okay, for the awning, start with this black knob at the back. I'll just turn it counterclockwise. Do it on both sides. Then there's this latch here. Flick it up on both sides, so the other side comes in. There's also one right there. Flick it up. There's a tool that we keep right inside here. It's this thing you need for the awning. So now go to this, when this is up, there's a button here that says up unlocked. Push it all the way up. That controls the ratchet up top here. You can see that it says open and closed up there, right at the, I don't know if I'm getting it in the video. So I will set this up over here now. And now that this thing is up, I will try to get the video. Take the tool, and there's a black reed there. Pull it down. Pull it down till it stops. At this point, it looks like that. You take this rod and push it all the way up to the top. It'll latch in a little knob there, and then you push down on this and tighten this black knob. Do that on both sides. Now you take this arm and this lever, showing this lever down here, flick it up, and this brings the awning up. There's a holder and little holes on this side. Put it to a couple there, about 2 down or somewhere like that. Okay, and that's up. That's the awning. I just usually keep it attached to the foot here. You can, if you want, unlatch it and move the leg out like this, but I find you don't ever need to do that. Just having it like this is just fine. So now to take it down is just the opposite. Just undo this latch and bring it back down, all the way down. Undo this knob, and now at the end there's a little tab here. Flick it in, and that should let you push this thing all the way back. And again, do it on both sides. I'll just go get it. Okay, now take this knob that was in the up position before to get it down. Hold on to this black strap and push it down. That'll start the strap going up. Just let it go all the way up until you can't reach anymore, and then let go. So it's back up there. The last thing is to put this down and tighten up that black knob again. This way it's counterclockwise. Okay, that's it. I hope I covered everything explaining the motorhome. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message and let me know. Thanks. Bye.